What's up, everybody? Sharmain Harris, and look, life has its ups and downs. Look, if I learned anything in my 31 years of living, is life has its ups and downs. You are going to go through some things, and it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be easy, right? Even at your highest point in life, you're still going to be going through some things, right? So life has its ups and downs, but it's how you think about it, it's how you approach it that determines if you overcome that situation or not. But what I find is many times what happens is people like to avoid adversity. They like to avoid challenge. They like to avoid conflict. They don't want to go through nothing, right? They like to just try to hide and duck, right? Or sweep something under the rug. But we all know that if you sweep something under the rug, it's still under the rug, right? Right? You lift up that rug, it's still there. And that's what's going to happen if you continue to hide and duck from whatever it is that you're going through. Look, the Bible says, consider it not strange when you go through the fiery trials in life. Consider it not strange. Don't think it's something different. Look, we all go through it, right? But it's how you approach it, it's how you think about it that determines if you overcome that obstacle, that determines if you overcome that adversity, that determines if you overcome that situation. Look, you might have been through a job loss, you might have been through divorce, you might have not seen your kids in a while, you might have had some difficult things happen to you when you was a kid, right? You might have failed, you might have dropped out of college, all of that stuff. Look, all of that stuff is part of God's perfect plan for you. You're going to go through trials and tribulation. You're going to go through ups and downs. Look, you got to be tested, right? Because God can't have no weak people in His army. He can't have nobody that didn't go through boot camp, right? You got to go through boot camp first. You got to go through basic training, right? Right? You think that stuff that you're going through is deep, but it's really just basic training, right? I remember I was going through a rough period in my life. I'm talking about rough, right? In and out of jail, right? I went to jail, then bonded out, then went back again, then came back, then went back to prison. And all during this process, look, it wasn't comfortable. It was tough. It was hard. I was upset with myself. I was upset with everybody around me. But I got to a point when I had to realize, like, look, this is all part of God's plan. And God has a deeper meaning or a deeper purpose for my life. And it wasn't until I started thinking like that that I started to evolve, that I started to take heed to the things that I was reading, that I started to take heed to the older, wise men around me, right? And I started to use what was happening to me as a stepping stone to get to the next level, right? And so life is going to have its ups and downs, but it's how you view it, it's how you approach it that determines if you overcome it or not, right? You have to have that mindset that I can get through anything, and no matter what you go through, you're going to prevail. You're still alive, you still breathing, right? You still got air in your body. You can overcome anything in your life. And so now I'm at a point where, don't get me wrong, I'm still going through trials and tribulation. I'm working on my last couple classes in my bachelor's degree. I'm getting ready to go into my master's degree. And all type of writing and all type of research and all of that goes into it. And so I still have my ups and downs even at this level, right? And even at the next level, you're going to have ups and downs. If you own a company, if you have a successful marriage, like it's always going to be something in your life that's going to take you through a ups and downs process. But you have to realize that life happens more for you than it happens to you, right? Life doesn't happen to you as much as it happens for you. And you have to realize that, because as you go through that process, you'll find yourself, those bumps in the road actually make it go faster, right? It actually propels you than just going in a straight line, right? That's physics, right? You can see the little diagram I got to the side here. So remember, man, how you approach things, how you view things will determine if you overcome there or not. It's your main man, Mr. Harris, signing off.